Yo, what is going on, guys? It's GroundCup934 back at it again with another 2K20 My Team player review. Now, in today's episode, which is episode number 3 of the series, we are going to be reviewing the card that came out yesterday with the new Dwight Howard Spotlight series set. And if you played 2K19, you know all about this card. He was the single glitchiest card last year. He was the leaner GOAT. He was the OP range extender pull up from half court in your face and knock it down. The one, the only, the man whose name no one can pronounce, Hedo Turkoglu. That is the card we are going to be reviewing today. Now, unfortunately, I was only able to pick up the Ruby edition of this card. There is an Amethyst edition, but he's literally not on the auction house right now, so I just picked up the Ruby one. I don't think it's going to be too much of a difference. It's Hedo. If he's anything like he was last year, this card is going to be absolutely insane. But before we do get into Hedo Turkoglu, if you guys do go ahead and enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 100 subs, and every single one of your subscriptions does help me out a ton. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into this Hedo Turkoglu. So you guys know, before I show the stats and badges for Hedo, I always show the prices of the card. He is not a heat check card. He is a Ruby card. The price, I actually thought he'd be going for a bit more. Right now, as I'm recording this, which is the morning of Saturday, you can actually get him for around 30,000. I picked up mine for 25, which is, honestly, I don't want to say snipe, but a pretty good deal. But if you sit on this auction house, there's a good amount of him popping up right now, so I'd say you should be able to get him for around 30k MT. And again, this is on Xbox. I don't know the PS4 prices, but on Xbox, 30k MT, it's very pricey for a Ruby, but at the same time, it's Hedo, so he should be worth it. And I'm going to show you why Hedo is worth it. First of all, he's a 6'10 small forward, so that instantly makes him great. Even if he has terrible post stats, he's going to be able to play well in the post just because he's 6'10. He's going to be matching up against poor small forward. Short small forwards, I should say. Badges, not the greatest badges at Ruby, but he does have gold catch and shoot, gold corner specials, gold pick and popper. Those are 3 very important ones. Unfortunately, gold steady shooter definitely makes the card a little bit worse, but gold steady shooter isn't the worst thing in the world. It's really only bad when you have it on like silver and bronze. Gold quick draw makes his release super buttery and smooth. At least I'm guessing, because last year his release was incredible without quick draw, so I'm hoping it'll be really good this year with quick draw. And then other than that, not really the greatest badges, but that's not why you get Hedo. You get Hedo because he's Hedo. He has insane animations, and I'll show you those when we get into the shoot around. But the stats are actually really good on this card. Offensively, he's a Swiss Army knife. He can drive, he can play in a post with that 84 post fade and 84 post moves. Considering he's 6'10, he's going to be matching up against guys that are 3, 4, 5 inches smaller than him. Couple that with his post stats and insane animations, he is a post god. 3-pointer is an 86. Again, pretty high, not super high. It's a Ruby. He has goal catch and shoot and corner special, so I'm confident that that 86 3-pointer should come through pretty well in the game. 70 driving dunk, which means he will dunk. I know the Amethyst has an 86 ball handle. Unfortunately, the Ruby only has a 78, so he can't speed boost yet. Defense, the stats aren't great, but Hedo has he's a wide-bodied player, which means in the game, his player model is big, tall, and long, so pretty much that just makes him a better defender, even though his stats aren't the greatest. And 73 speed with ball, 75 speed, not the worst, honestly. Could be better, could be worse. But overall, the stats on Hedo, especially the offensive stats, just make him overall great. He's going to be able to play in the post. He can go to the basket. He can shoot the 3. There's pretty much nothing this card can't do offensively. And considering that he's 6'10 and can play the small forward, that just gives him a huge leg up on people. Now for this game, I am going to be playing him at power forward because I really do like this lineup that I've got here. But if you want to play him at small forward, I think it's definitely going to show off the card a lot better. Yeah, so now that we've gone over the stats of Hedo, let's get into the insane animations. So this Hedo Turkoglu card has actually some really good hot zones. He has them pretty much all around the 3-point line except for right here. But that's not that bad. Considering he has them pretty much all around the 3-point line is a really good thing. He also has a lot of them inside the 3-point line, which aren't as important because mid-ranges aren't that hard to hit this year. But in general, the hot spots for this card, I'm definitely going to have to give that a dub. He has no cold spots as well, which I've noticed 2K started to release some cards with some cold spots. So considering he doesn't have any cold spots, that raises his value a little bit in my eyes. But you don't get Hedo for anything that I've mentioned so far. You don't get him for the stats, although the stats are good. You don't get him for the badges, although the badges are decent. You don't get him for the release, although the release, as you can see, is decent. You get him for the leaner. The normal 4 leaner that 2K YouTubers love to talk about. Pretty much all you have to do is just go towards the baseline with this card and just shoot the ball. Even from 3, the release is not terrible. Like, as you can see, he creates so much separation when the leaner triggers. Like, right there, it's so easy to green, and it's so easy to get separation on. Like, even though you can have a defender right in his face, but considering that he's 6'10 and has insane leaner animations, it's pretty much going to be, like, either very little contested or wide open every time. Like, you're going to see once we get into the game, if I start shooting leaners with this card, it's just going to, even if they don't go in, the contest is going to be virtually not there. Considering he also has pretty good fadeaway stats, it also makes it way better. I'm not the greatest at taking leaners. I don't like it too much, but I definitely do want to take a few with Hedo just to see how it is, because I honestly didn't use this card too much last year. And this is the first time he's been in the game this year, so I definitely want to see that normal for a leaner trigger a couple times, like right there. You see how much separation he's going to get once he gets in games? Imagine like a 6'6 guy defending him, or a 6'7 guy. Like, it's going to be game over. He also has really good dribble animations. Like, the behind the back is actually really good. And he has some really good dunk animations as well. Like, I triggered one earlier where he pretty much jumped from, like, the mid-range area. Right there. Like, that is an insane animation. Like, he doesn't have great vertical. He wasn't known for dunking. But somehow he still has good enough animations to where he can jump from pretty far out and finish with that little Statue of Liberty dunk right there, which is really nice when you get in game. The one thing this card doesn't have is range extender. If he had range extender, it'd be game over. But, like, the animations are just so smooth. Like, he honestly feels, I don't want to say like a point forward, but as close to a point forward as you can get in this game. Because right now, pretty much none of the big players have good animations. Considering he's 6'10", wide-bodied, long arms with great animations, I think this Hedo is going to be absolutely insane. So yeah, now that we've gone over him in offline, let's see this Hedo Turkoglu really shine in online gameplay. So in online gameplay, this Hedo Turkoglu honestly did not play that bad. The one thing I will say about this card is he actually is slower than you'd expect. At least the Ruby card that I have, you definitely can tell that he can speed boost and that the speed definitely does play a factor in the card. Like, he was pretty much non-existent on the fast break. This card really is the type of card that you're going to have to use in a half-court offense. As you can see, most of the clips I managed to get of him are of him running in the half-court offense. He's not an uber athletic guy that's going to get out on the break, like, say, a Terrence Ross. Terrence Ross is someone who you can play in half-court and on fast break. Hedo is someone who you can really only play in the half-court setting. His fadeaway and his leaner, I didn't really get too many of them up, but I can tell they are nice. You could definitely shoot the fadeaway. You could definitely tell that this card is really good in the post. The release, honestly, not terrible. I didn't struggle with it too much. The lack of range extender hurts the card a little bit, but at this point in the year, you can't really have everything with a card, so I mean, the fact that Hedo is 6'10" and can play the small forward again, I was using him at power forward for the most part, and he was still pretty effective. I'd imagine matching him up against a smaller small forward, especially playing him in the post like I tried to, would definitely result in some pretty effective plays by Hedo. Defense, honestly, not terrible. I didn't really notice him getting beat that much, or his speed didn't really affect him on defense too much because he's 6'10" with long arms and a wide body. I felt like he wasn't really a liability out there. The only real place where I felt like I wish I had a different card was on the fast break. The speed with ball and the speed and acceleration just make the card you're not going to find him on the fast break much. He's easy to cover in transition. But in general, if you're someone who likes to play a slow half-court offense and really work the ball into the post, I would definitely say this Hedo Turkoglu is for you. So yeah, guys, that is going to be this episode of My Team Player Reviews. My overall consensus of Hedo is he's an acquired taste. He's not the cheese fest that was 2K19, where you could literally pick up the game for the first time and score 90 points a game with this card. You definitely need to be, A, good at the game, and B, have to play like a nice, slow, like half-court set for this card to be good. But if you are good at this game and you do half-court offense, you will like this card, I guarantee you. Because his post stats so good, his three-pointer is good, he can drive. His layup and dunk animations are actually really good. He finished some crazy shots around the rim for me, which I do not see many other cards making. So yeah, overall, would I recommend this card for the price? Depends. If you're someone who plays fast 2K, I would not recommend it. Because 25K for a Ruby that is not fast and athletic is a stretch, even by my standards. But if you're someone who's a slow post player, you know, doesn't really run the break a lot, take a good shot every possession, then yeah, I think 25K is doable for Hedo, because there's not that many small forwards in the game that can post up like him. If he was not 6'10", small forward with post stats, he honestly would not be that good in this game. But because he has that 89 draw foul, 84 post moves with the 84 post fade, I would recommend him if you're that type of player. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to smash that like button. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, because you know we are on the road to 100 subs, and every single subscription does indeed help me out a ton. Again, comment players down below you want to see reviewed, and I will do my best to pick them up in a future My Team player review. With that said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.